Hello everybody, so glad you joined us on this week's episode of Motivational Monday. This week, we want to have a look at the life and work of Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born in Ulm, Germany in 1879. From an early age, Einstein was fascinated by mathematics, science and music. While he would eventually go on to reveal the inner workings of the universe, Einstein struggled as a student, failed exams and had dust-ups with authority figures. After Einstein graduated from college, he spent 2 frustrating years looking for and failing to get a job as a teaching assistant. In 1903, he married a former classmate, Mileva Maric, though his parents disapproved. The couple had a daughter in 1902 who was given up for adoption and later had 2 sons. In 1905, Albert Einstein was working as a clerk in the patent office in Bern, Switzerland. The 26-year-old had only recently submitted his doctoral thesis to the University of Zurich, but was hard at work writing 4 papers in a single year that would eventually turn the world of science on its head. That is why 1905 is often referred to as an annus mirabilis, which is Latin for miraculous year. Years after Einstein's miracle year, his immense accomplishments started to become common knowledge. The physicist, now an overnight celebrity, spent the next few years traveling, doing speaking engagements and collecting awards. He was also a founder of the Hebrew University in Jerusalem in 1921 and won a Nobel Prize that same year. Albert Einstein was an outspoken pacifist and Jew, so as Hitler rose to power in Germany, he made the decision to emigrate to the United States. He accepted a position at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey. The physicist would never set foot in the country of his birth again. A month before World War II, Einstein and his colleague Leo Szilard wrote numerous letters to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, sounding the alarm that Germany was developing extremely powerful bombs of a new type. The president took the letter seriously, and soon after, the Advisory Committee on Uranium, a precursor to the Manhattan Project, was created. Einstein carried the guilt of his role in sparking the development of atomic weapons, and he would continue to speak out against their use throughout the 1940s and onward. Seeing the parallels between the treatment of Jews in Germany and African Americans in his adopted country, Einstein became a member of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP. He campaigned for civil rights, and in a famous speech at Lincoln University, he labeled racism a disease of white people and added, "I do not intend to be quiet about it." In 1952, Einstein declined an offer from Israel's Premier David Ben-Gurion to become President of Israel. At the age of 76, Einstein suffered an abdominal aortic aneurysm but opted against surgery upon arrival at the hospital. "I want to go when I want," he stated at the time. "It is tasteless to prolong life artificially. I have done my share, it is time to go. I will do it elegantly." Albert Einstein died in his sleep on April 18, 1955. Einstein faced many challenges in his life. His theories and writings were opposed by many of the anti-Semitic Germans and Europeans. In Nazi Germany, he faced losing his professorship and his standing in the scientific community. Other scientists opposed his theories on mathematical or scientific grounds. But long story short, with unstoppable perseverance and an iron will, Einstein eventually proved the scientific community wrong. His work revolutionized how scientists perceive space, time, gravity and light. In fact, because of Einstein, gravity is no longer viewed as a mere pulling force, it's actually a pushing force. To summarize, Albert Einstein laid the foundation of quantum physics, introduced special relativity and established the scientific basic of nuclear energy in his spare time. Though the man himself is gone, the legacy and unique worldview of the eccentric physicist continues to influence and inspire humanity to this day. Einstein is generally considered the most influential physicist of the 20th century. Albert Einstein once said, "Adversity introduces a man to himself." Did you enjoy this format? If so, is there a game changer? Doesn't matter if it's in business, professional sports, or everyday life you look up to and want to be covered in this format? Feel free to drop me a DM here on LinkedIn. I hope Albert Einstein's story inspired you to dream and start your own success story today. I'll be back soon with another game changer and his or her story. Stay at home and stay safe.